Hi, friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Avalon from Addicted to Microgreens. And in case you don't already know, we're not doing the farmers markets anymore. And I wanted to make this video for you explaining why. Long story short, I finally had the sense to realize there were a huge number of obstacles that I was up against to try to continue doing the markets. And I finally had the sense to realize it wasn't meant to be. It started out with the smoothie permits. If you saw the previous videos, then you know what we were going through with the health district or the board of Southern Nevada Health District, and that was actually pretty promising. My last video, I shared, they gave me free permits, temporary permits to use until I could get things sorted out with the Board of Health. Went to the Board of Health meeting. I'm actually pretty optimistic that if I were to continue to pursue that, that would work out. But that was the smallest battle of them all because it was shortly after that both my cars got taken, the work van as well as my personal Miata, when I was here in the shop right outside. And this happened Saturday. I did the Saturday market, and then I had a bunch of the stuff still in the van for the Sunday market. They didn't actually steal the van, they just stripped a bunch of stuff out of it. And oddly enough, the only market supplies they took was my um, water dispenser for my hand washing station, and my sign, my banner for Addicted to Microgreens at the farmers market, and that was everything else was still in there. Fortunately, I had the blenders inside because I had to wash them. So so that was, I guess, like obstacle number two. Now I don't have a car, and both my cars are gone. Uh, Quickly recovered from that. My mom set up a GoFundMe, kind enough to set up a GoFundMe, which raised $550, which I immediately turned around and paid $550 for a beautiful used truck. And I got it cheap. It didn't have a title, and it didn't have plates or anything. It was unregistered. It was a parts truck, but is it going to get me to the market? It was $550. It was meant to be, and drove great. The half mile, I drove it before Henderson PD stopped me because it didn't have a license plate. I need to make a whole nother video about this because it's a whole long story into itself. But yeah, I didn't cooperate, and they took me to jail, and they took my truck to truck jail. They had it towed to some yard, and I can't get it back because I didn't have a title for it. All I had was a bill of sale, and I don't even know who has the title. So gone. But I had about 30 hours in jail to contemplate what's what's going on with all this, because I historically I've been a lucky person. I really do feel like I have better than average luck, and things like even the detriments in my life, I feel like they always turn out to oh, it's a blessing in disguise. Uh, Spoiler alert: this was too a blessing in disguise. Um, but I realized like the common denominator with all the stresses I'm going through was the farmers market, and I love the farmers market. I have you guys, you farmers market customers are the best customers I could possibly ask for. I love you guys. You're amazing. I've done retail and food service and everything for all of my adult life, and I could not ever ask for better customers. You guys are amazing. So I really didn't want to let the markets go. Plus, that was a substantial part of my income, and I was fighting for it. And I realized like all just every little thing, the permits were about to expire. I was at the end of it was close to the end of the month for what I paid for market rent. Um, and I just like I kind of had the revelation that maybe the universe doesn't want me to do farmers markets right now. And once I accepted that, it kind of like, I don't know, things started to make sense. I started to step back and see like, this, all of my frustrations that I wasn't really paying attention to, like just little annoyances and stuff. Like, you know how it gets when you're at the end of like, you're ready to quit a job, but you're not really, but things just start like, for me at least, just building up. And like, I started to become aware of those. And I put in my 2 weeks. I declared two weeks in August to finish out my Sunday markets, and I really feel like I got so much confirmation that this is the right call. Just lots of frustrations with how the market was being run, and lack of support, and frustrations. I'll just leave it at that. So it really just affirmed that I'm making the right. This is the right decision. This last Sunday, yesterday, I'm making this Monday. Last Sunday was my first week away from the markets, and we had an open farm and invited people to come get their greens at the farm. And I realized Sunday afternoon, like the stress has just disappeared. Like I was just burning myself out. I wasn't even aware of it. It was the way it worked was I spent all week getting ready for the weekend markets. And then after the weekend, I just spent all week recovering and then getting ready for the weekend markets. And it was kind of, I love what I do, but it was a very frustrating experience, or not experience, but again, it was once I stepped back and looked at it, like I realized that I was just running myself ragged. So I'm getting out of that now. And it's kind of encouraging because I feel like I have time again to do the creative stuff that I had let go to the wayside while I was just markets, wash dishes, prep, clean, load the van, unload the van. And like I didn't have a life. That was my life. And I'm really excited to have time to do the things I love to do again, the creative stuff, make a video, put recipes up. That was the whole reason I started Addicted to Microgreens. Why? It was because I wanted to share microgreen recipes and collaborate with other people who are addicted to microgreens. And the business came after that. So I really feel like this is just the universe telling me it was time to step back. Don't spend all your energy here. And as far as the whole car thing goes, I feel like once the dust settles, like the perfect car is just going to land in my lap after all this, because I'll get my Miata back or something. Once I learn the lesson. In the meantime, though, it's I don't know, kind of getting used to alternative transportation. I don't know. I miss having a car, but it's going to be a transition. As for right now, I plan. I'm going to have the shop open 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays for customers, set hours for customers to come in. I'll leave my name and number, my number and email down in the description box. If you need greens, my Vegas friends, my market regulars, feel free to get in contact with me. I want to stay in touch with you guys. Like I said, best customers ever. Let's stay in touch. I'll still be happy to be your farmer, just not at farmers markets. So if you'd like to transition with me, stay in touch, and I'll keep you fed with greens. And I really feel like this is going to go. It's a new direction. I'm not even entirely sure what yet, but just see the beauty of the business blossom as opposed to just the manual labor. I can put my energy into beautifying and bettering things, not just being blinders on work, labor. So, exciting. We'll see. Stay in touch, folks. And I got to make a video. My next video is going to be the politics of Addicted to Microgreens, kind of discussing all the stuff I'm going through. Well, with Henderson PD. Henderson PD doesn't like farmers markets, you guys. Doesn't like local farms going to farmers markets, as I'm pretty sure. But in addition to that, like the stuff with the health district too, and a few people have asked, like, why, like just play the game of Avalon, just go along, just play by the rules, just do what they tell you, and everything will be fine. And I kind of want to make a video addressing why that doesn't work for me. As foolish as that might sound or be, but I don't know, standing up for what I believe in, I guess. And I'm kind of grateful for Addicted to Microgreens allowing me to be that, allowing me that platform to defend something that actually does matter to me, and something that should matter to the community too. So that's a whole nother angle of everything. But for the time being, keep in touch, you guys. Contacts below, and I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll have another video up here soon. Thanks, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.